Hey, what's up, souls? So it's Joe again, and today this is gonna be a different video. I'm just talking today, no music, and well, one of the reasons I wanted to do this was because I saw this Joyner Lucas video. I'm Not Racist. This new music video. If you haven't checked it out, you gotta check it out, even if you're not into hip hop or rap, and just because it's a deeper message than it just being a song. Basically, I saw this video, and it gave me an emotional reaction, and I was shocked. It's been a long time since a song has done that to me, and it kind of reminded me of something I wanted to talk about a little bit on YouTube. I wanted to talk a little bit about music that influenced me growing up and got me to where I'm at, where I'm just, making my own music and recording music for a living, and sharing my music with my students and everything I do. And so today I'm going to talk about my 5 biggest influences in music, and it really comes down to a big 5 growing up. So I would say, number 1, if you haven't seen this video, this I'm Not Racist video, you got to see it. You really got to see it, just to kind of see what's going on and see if you have a reaction to it at all, because it's pretty interesting. It just reminded me that growing up, I was influenced by different cultures and different music. Maybe it was like our generation, I don't know. But I was involved with different types of cultures, depending on what time in my life I was going through, and I think ultimately it kind of affected the type of music I do today. So, top 5 influences growing up. Basically, when I was really young, I was huge into Michael Jackson. And that was probably my first biggest musical influence was MJ. I used to dance to his music, and used to love the message that he would spread in his music. And I think that's kind of what triggered this thought today to do this video, because this new rap is kind of like, it just kind of reminded me of that a little bit, something about it. So anyway, that's my first one, Michael Jackson. I mean, all the way, huge influence on me. The second one, as I got older, hit kind of like the grunge era of music, was Nirvana and Kurt Cobain. And that was when I was kind of going through some crazy stuff. And, you're a teenager and just kind of like wanting to be, I found Kurt Cobain would talk about things that mattered to my age, and kind of helped me get through a lot of crazy times, like we all do. So, again, rest in peace, rest in peace. Both of them are gone. Both of them are gone, which is really crazy, Anyway, the third influence, this one's like way out there, and it started happening a little bit later in my teenage years, was I started getting into folk music, like acoustic, because I was playing a lot of guitar, and I got totally attracted to the music of Jewel, which is kind of like a country folk artist, if you've never heard of Jewel, and totally opposite of, MJ and Kurt Cobain, but again, a lyricist in her own way, and the stuff she would sing about was always meaningful to me as well. So was big into Jewel, and I even met Jewel, and she's really nice. So I had a brief influence with the Smashing Pumpkins, which was like a rock band, if you don't know the Smashing Pumpkins, and but not as big of an influence. I used to listen to them a lot, but I don't think my music or my writing style was influenced by them. It's just that kind of rock edge, I was attracted to that rocky kind of edge time. And that was a little bit after it was kind of in between the time that I was into Jewel too. then all of a sudden, like, I took a 360 and I got big into Tupac and, you know, really big into hip hop, really big into rap in my high school years, and DMX, and you know, both artists have their own writing styles, but one thing again, I think the lyricist part of me really was attracted to what they were saying and their music, and you know, I think to this day, that's probably why my music, I've always had a trouble defining my genre. And it's not to say that I'm completely a different genre, but it doesn't seem to fit in any category. And I think that because I've had influence in, you know, the Michael Jackson era of pop to, you know, the grunge of Kurt Cobain, the rock of Smashing Pumpkins, and then the hip hop of DMX and Tupac, and then you got the countryside or folk kind of countryside of Jewel. I think all those influences just kind of like meshed together and created what I am. And, you know, so if you're interested in hearing what all those different influences create, check me out on Spotify or joeborowski.com. You can hear some of the music there, or check out some of my other videos, you know, and like and subscribe, because it's you know, I'll be coming out with all kinds of new stuff. I'm writing again now, but I definitely this video today, I'm telling you, it sparked an emotion in me. I was crying. Like I don't care. I was feeling it. Like I couldn't there was something about the idea that we've got what white people think and what black people think, and how we're so much alike, but we're on two different sides of it. And really, without starting a conversation about it, it's not going to completely go away. And I know some people don't want it to go away. Some people like to battle, and that's just the way it is. Like, some people are always going to want to battle, but I think that we're getting closer and closer, you know, and I think that all the craziness of this world lately is opening people's minds up and making us think, like, you know, what do we got to do to realize we're all one? You know, what else do we got to do? And I think that this newest song that came out, even if you're not a hip hop fan or a rap fan, you know, if you can get past the swearing and the racial slurs and things like that, that's the point of that's the point of the song. It's the point of this song, you know. And so I would check it out even if you're not into that music, and just try to see the underlying message, because it really hit home for me. And, you know, I grew up with white friends, black friends, native friends, you know, Latino friends. I had different types of friends, and I grew up without feeling racism was even real. Like I don't know what it was, but I never really even felt racist. Like I've never felt racist, even to this day. And I know some people are, but I've never had like a racist feeling. Like I haven't felt like, oh, you know, although I would say probably just based on what I hear and, you know, what we're influenced by the media and what we're influenced by certain things in certain cultures, that what we're told about certain cultures, I probably have an automatic reaction to something if it comes up. And that part of me, I wish I could change, you know, and I think it won't change unless the conversation opens up, like this video. So check it out. And now you know who influenced me growing up big time. Was those 5 or 6 artists there that I mentioned. They were kind of the reasons why I, you know, got to where I am now and why I write the way I am. I always feel like I've written from a place of freestyle, which is interesting. You know, I don't know if I got that freestyle feeling from the rap that I listened to and the hip hop I listened to, but I was never what you'd say a rapper, or I'm not someone who could freestyle on the spot, or anything like that. So mine's always been singing and freestyling in my singing, but also talking about real life stuff, like stuff that matters to the deep core of who we are. And I'm gonna continue to write that way, and no matter what, you know, like that's what life is about. That's why I do what I do. And so I encourage any artists out there, any young artists out there, anyone who's starting up, don't be influenced by other people and telling you how to be who you are and how you need to write a certain way or anything like that. Don't do that, because you could have 1 billion followers, but if you're not speaking your truth, it's not going to get you anywhere. It's not going to make you feel whole. So say what you want to say, and then let the rest unfold, you know, and you'll find your way. You'll figure out where you're going to be, and what's meant to be is meant to be. So anyway, more music on the way soon. I've had some people making requests for songs, cover songs. I love you for that. Thank you so much. I'm going to try to learn a few of them and see if I can get out something. And stay tuned soon for another original that I'm going to post. So, all right. Thanks so much to all the subscribers and the new subscribers who've been joining up. Slowly but surely, we're building a little bit of a soul circle here. So, all right. I'll see you soon.